Disinformation, cyber threats, and nuclear talk. And for the chair, I request Dr. Ansar Pervez, Advisor Nuclear Power, National Command Authority, Islamabad, to please join us on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, this session is equipped with Future Warfare in a World of Turmoil, Lesson Learned from Palestine-Israel Battlefield. For this paper, I would like to request Dr. Nudrat Nida, Consultant Artificial Intelligence, National University of Science and Technology, Islamabad. Please join us on stage. For technological disruptions and cybersecurity threats, for this paper, I would like to request Dr. Muazzam Ali Khan Khattak, Director Science and Technology, Quaid-e-Azam University, Islamabad. Please join us. And for nuclear threats to global security, I request Dr. Peter Topeshikanov, Senior Researcher, Center for International Security, Primakov, National Research Institute of World Economy and International Relations, Russian Academy of Science, Moscow. Please join us on stage. Over to you, Dr. Ansar Pervez.
Ji, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. It's a pleasure to be here, and it's an honor to have been invited by Dr. Masuma Hasan to chair this session, as a matter of fact of which I know a little about. But in addition to this disinformation, cyber threat, and nuclear risk, we also are going to have a speaker, in fact our first speaker, on a direct interplay of technology and conflict, including wars. So let's start with Dr. Nudrat Nida as our first speaker. She's a consultant of AI at NUST, and she's going to tell us a lot about warfare in a world of turmoil, lessons learned from Palestine-Israel conflict.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The topic of my presentation is Future Warfare, Palestine-Israel Battlefield. The sequence of my presentation would be past battlefield, present battlefield, and what will be the future of this battlefield, and what are the lessons we have learned from this battlefield. So the era of past from 19th century to 2023, and then presentation please. Then present is from 2024 and the future from 2025. So we see that the conflict in the region is being exploiting day by day, and we see that in 1917 the Jerusalem is being, and the situation of Jews in the region, in this region, is very populated. But soon as the time goes on, the population of Palestine is being shrink due to the genocides that is being the genocides of the Palestine that happen. So if we see the weapons that are being used against Palestine in from 2008 till 2023 are air launch explosive weapons were 3,212, live emulations were 1,500, tear gas concentrants were 13, surface launch explosive weapons were 219, and there is a huge amount of genocide that has been taken place since 2008 till 2023. And if we measure the statistics of the deaths that has been taken, the martyred of Palestinian is far more than if we compare with Israel's. And on a single day, when US Embassy has been moved to Jerusalem, on the single day, there is 12,000 victims are being reported by UN, and 4,000 were martyred. 4,000 Palestinians were being martyred. So this was the situation of the genocide that has been taken place in Palestine in this conflicted region. So in the war, in current war, the Israeli forces are using the high amount of high-tech technology to genocide the Palestinian. If we see, they are using this tool that is AI Lavender, and it's using the intercepted calls, and it's also using your Google search queries. The keywords that are present in those queries are used to track back your IP address and your location as well. And that, with those information, Israeli forces are targeting the Palestinian at their homes, at their own location, using their mobile phone communication data. And there is another tool, and these are the reports that are being published in Israeli newspapers, that they are using this tool Lavender to genocide the Palestinian. See, all the media, print media is reporting these. Then there is AI Gospel. This is another tool that is being equipped with artificial intelligence, and they are mapping the geolocation of your home, of military assets, and then they are targeting those location of the Palestinian homes when they are at the night time, when they are at homes. They are specifically targeting the Hamas leader as well as the innocent Palestinian living in region of Palestine. And these are the reports that are being published in newspaper. So what they are doing, they are categorizing and using the satellite imagery, and on basis of that they are mapping the satellite location, and automatically Gospel will let them know that which place is home and which place is a office or a planning zone or strategic planning where Hamas leader group together and make decisions. Not only that, they are also, there is some 10% error that is present in this system. Then there is another software that is known as AI Red Wolf, and what it do, it using your visual information, and on basis of that visual information they are making the profile of the Palestinian, and that profile is being recorded with their family trees. So this information is being used to recognize Palestinian and then target them and track them. So this Mars surveillance system is being used by Israeli forces. Now AI virtual reality helmet is being used to track and locate the targets, and it's augmenting and using the 3D models to locate the and it's also helping the pilots during simulations. Then there is another, you have already seen the hypersonic missile that has been launched by Iran is being diffused by the air defense system of the Israeli forces, and they are using this AI Iron Dome, and its purpose is that it's using artificial intelligence based technique or algorithm to identify that missile is launching and it's targeting at which direction. So it's basically calculating the target region of the missile. Then there is a autonomous AI smash gun that will automatically recognize the faces of the Palestine and target them using their visual features. They are also using autonomous weapons like autonomous tanks, autonomous aircrafts. They are also using combat battle playbook to help their soldiers to train for the battlefield. They also simulate the tunnels, the underground tunnels that is being designed by Hamas force to safeguard rescue their commanders or Palestinian, but Israeli forces is training their commanders using this battlefield playbook, and it's just like the PlayStation having the joysticks and simulated head caps to simulate the environment. The autonomous weapons, they are using drones, guns, missile, tank destroyer, air defense system. Okay, They are also using AI for disrupting and dissemination of misinformation using deepfake and generative AI. They are using this technology to generate false news. Bots are one of them. So Elon Musk is using G-Rocks to disseminate misinformation. So not only this, there are surplus of bots that are there to create misinformation. AI social media bots are there to disseminate information. Then they are using social medias to extract the keywords and to track down what Palestinian people are searching, what are their motive, what are their targets, what Hamas commanders are looking for. Then there is no access of open source tools, like Google has disrupted its navigation system in region of Palestine, and it's very difficult for them to navigate and locate the location, as this is one of the most important tactic or strategic direction of any battle in any battlefield, to disrupt the navigation system. So they have disrupted. The Google has disabled the traffic and due to Israeli, to promote Israeli agenda. Now this video is basically depicting that how the soldier in 2025, how they will be disrupted by these technology, and how the emotional capability of these soldiers are being disrupted. Increase the volume.
Words would I use? Really? Are we really doing this? All right. How about complete disaster? Or I don't know, needless tragedy? Does that answer your question? Because that's what it was, as far as I'm concerned.
The colonel says all but 2 of them made it out.
Should have been all of them.
You blame yourself for what happened?
Who else is there?
Why don't you sit down, Captain Gallatin? You might be more comfortable.
That's not going to help, Doctor.
And perhaps this will. You know they say a man would tell his bartender things he'll never tell the shrink.
I've got to make a report to the colonel in an hour, Doctor. Explain what the hell happened. They don't court-martial me first.
Consider it a prescription.
We both know that stuff has no effect.
Well, you've been staring at that fence for 5 minutes. If you're thinking what I'm afraid you're thinking, one of us is going to need one. Anyway, I need to check you out. Standard procedure after an incident like this. So if you please. Okay. Recording. This is a fitness for duty evaluation. You have the right to review my report to the base commander. Do you understand, Captain?
Yes.
All right. You know the drill. Eyes right here, please. Begin QA diagnostic. Code in, please.
Gallatin, John Robert, Captain. Serial number 424-69227. Echo Bravo Romeo Uniform. Spec code 216.24.
Quantitative battery. 2357.
11, 13, 17, 19.
Stop. 953.
967, 971, 977.
Stop. Verbal battery. Recite version 427, please.
She sells seashells by the seashore, and the shells she sells are seashells.
Stop. QA diagnostic complete. Warrior levels are still within acceptable limits. Barely. Now let's see about the rest of it. I'm going to have to tell the colonel something too. So do you want to tell me what happened?
I don't know. I mean, it's like I wasn't all there. Wasn't thinking clearly or quickly, wasn't focused.
You had a lot on your mind lately. Is that fair?
I told myself it had to be over.
But you didn't. You didn't end it.
I saw her. Again.
Elizabeth.
And now this.
So what made you go back to her?
I just couldn't shake it. Experienced the feeling, I guess you'd say. What the hell is wrong with me?
I suspect that may have been a rhetorical question.
Okay, move.
But if I didn't know better, Captain, then I might say you're in love.
We both know that's
आगे चल पड़े.
आगे चल. Okay, this video is basically developed by Atlantic Council, that is United Nations think tank, and that think tank is portrayed that how will be the future war in 2025. So this is basically the soldiers will be super soldier, where biological weapons or biological medicines will be used to empower the soldiers of next generation. And they are being disrupted. They can be hacked. Their emotions can be utilized to disrupt this, to remove them. And cobots, like robots, are being used along with soldiers to augment their functionality, to help them. So what are the lessons that we have learned from Israel-Palestine war? So Israel believes that ethnic cleansing or genocide will remove Hamas and Palestinians. After ceasefire, they don't have a roadmap what they are going to be do. So they are just genociding and they don't have any plan. They are working in line of greater Israel, and that's it. The living condition, UN stated that the living conditions are unlivable, having starving population as stated by UN, and the main agenda is greater Israel. Then why genocide? Why ethnic cleansing? Why creating starvation problem? As amount of killing increases, these problems will going to increase further. Israel believes that ethnic cleansing and genocide will remove Hamas and Palestinians, but they can't able to defeat Hamas. They can't able to get back their hostages. They can't able to cleanse Gaza.
5 minutes left.
So if we look at the technological lesson that we have to learn as a Pakistan, so AI is double-edged sword. Anyone who has a dominant knowledge and implementation in AI will rule the world. So we have to adapt all the technology that will empower us, that will help us to know more and better. Authentication of the source of information is very important, and that can be done by blockchain and quantum computing. So if we embed and use this technology to authenticate the information, it will help us. Open source toolkit need to be developed so that we will not lag behind in time of crisis, when the owner of the application or the framework will restrict the usage limitation. Then communication devices pave the way for your digital footprints. So Hamas leaders or Palestinians are being tracked by their mobile phones or their the things they are searching on the internet. So these communication devices will pave the way for your digital footprint. Search engines, social media applications are capturing the behavior information. As you know, that AI also launched the virtual companion. So what Google is doing, Google is 24 hours listening to your communication and then giving you recommendation about the website you want to search. So brain signals can be altered by diffusing the by altering the potential difference between the brain signals. So these are alarming or challenging situation. We have to safeguard our brain signal and what will be the enforcing mechanism. There is a dire need to establish facilities to safeguard against biological weapons, as we already have seen the COVID-19. So Pakistan should also develop such facility to safeguard our resources. UN should take measures to establish peace in the world. Data and information security AI governance legislation need to be enforced. Safeguarding the life information should be the top priority of any state and the world. Every country should play their role to establish ceasefire in Palestine and Israel. Thank you.
I think others should take a lead, finish in exactly 20 minutes.